Hey everyone, Gramma here, and I am going to play this visual novel. I actually like visual novels, and I haven't played one in a very long time. I think probably, maybe in over a year. So I thought I'd check up on Steam, see what they got, and check out the free things. And I found this one, not quite sure what it's about. It's called Chateau. I'm thinking it's like chateau, but without the H, so Chateau. And so let's find out what this is about, because I have no idea. I know it's about cats in Paris. That's it. Name. Meowwwmi. How about that? Okay. Where do I... Wait. Okay. Meowwwmi. Meowwwmi. Meowwwmi? Meayumi? Meowwwmi? Okay. That sounds good enough. Meowwwmi. Kind of like Meayumi, but... Because Meayumi? Well, that's my name. Paris is truly a sight to behold. Do I hit click? What do I do next? Oh, I can't get used to it even having lived here for most of my life. The Seine parting the sea in two, the smell of the baked goods in the morning, and the buildings filled with history. I wonder if I can get this to... Ah, there, I can get it to print all out. Even so, living here alone could maybe be a bit mundane, but I don't have to. Share an apartment with my old friend Roselle, who studies veterinary medicine of some sort. I don't get to spend much time with her as my job's working the evening shift at a small newspaper. Speaking of which, I ought to let her know that I'll be heading to the office for the night in a bit. I knock on her door, waiting a few seconds before entering. There's nobody in there. He's knocking on an empty room. Meowwwmi. Hey, Ro, how are you doing? I'm alright, Meowwwmi. And you? All good. Just wanted to let you know I'll be leaving for work in a few. Ask about school, ask about today. Okay, let's ask about school. So, how was school? It wasn't all that important to come in today. Oh, okay. I'll just read up on it later. So apparently she didn't go to school. Well, that's a cinch for you, so no problem there. Okay, choose. Ask if she wants to go somewhere this weekend. Ask if I can help cleaning up her room. Yeah, she's got a few things down here on the ground thrown around, and like there's a sock on her bed, and clothes are over here, and you never know. Okay. Ask if she wants to go somewhere this weekend. Meowwwmi. You know what? It's really nice outside, and we haven't even gone out for coffee together. We should totally do so this weekend when we're both free. Well, it has been a while. You know you want to. Some fresh air will feel nice. Maybe. I might have to study, so no promises. She glances at the clock above the door behind me. Shouldn't you be going soon? You'd wind up late and not too long, right? I'm good on time, actually, but it might be time to break it off. You might be right. I'm off then. I'll pass by the baker's too. Is there anything you'd like? No, I'm good. All right, then see you. I leave her to her own and head for the door. Before leaving, I pat my pockets, realizing that I'm forgetting something. Ro, have you seen my keys? The ones with the cork? Have you looked in the kitchen? I check and I find them on the countertop. I always forget to check there. Good thing she still keeps tabs on me, even if things are different now. Thanks, bye. And how lucky am I to have a view like this going to work? I think to myself as my feet patter against the rounded stones of the cold towpath. In the shade by the wall, I spot a cat, looking very bit as scruffy as the water looks serene. That's definitely not a happy camper scruffy cat. Oh, Roselle, love this if she were here. She always used to chase after cats, patiently gain their trust, and befriend them like some kind of cat whisperer. Whenever successful, which was almost always, she would memorize the occasion by having a picture taken like a big game hunter of old posing with her quarry. I kind of miss that side of her. Maybe a picture of my own would remind her of the good old days. The thought stops me in my tracks, and I studied the cat in question. It's just sitting there, gazing over the water as if saying, "Yep, I rule this place." Yeah, looks like it to me too. Which in fairness, it probably did by the looks of things. Looking at the time, I notice that I have plenty of it. I could at least try to get her a picture. What could possibly go wrong after all? How should I approach? Sneak up on the cat, let it know you're there, and close in carefully. Let it know you're there and close in carefully. Sneak up on a cat. Better take it slow here. Slow and steady wins the race, and after all, I'm not the sorceress cat whisperer Roselle. I would hate to spook it now from what was clearly, even to me, a favorite spot of theirs. Not that this cat looks particularly skittish, it has a very well proud bearing. He looks like, don't mess with me. Hello there, kitty. I speak softly while closing the distance. When I'm merely a few meters away, it gives me a casual glance out of the corner of its eye. I get the idea and stop. That cat moved. Satisfied with my response, it resumes watching over the still water. Like, he just totally blows him off like, you're not even there. I could easily just take a picture of the cat's back and call it a day, but my professional pride berates me for even considering such a notion. It may not be the cuddliest cat in the world, but I will get a good photo one way or the other. Wait for the right moment, toss rock, close the distance. Well, he's got to go to, or she's got to go to work, or I've got to go to work. However you do this. So I'm going to close the distance. Yeah, toss the rock. Hit the cat, let it go. Okay, breathe. It's a cat, not a bomb. Yeah, but cats can be scary. I crouch down to make myself smaller to make sure it knows that I pose no threat to it. It gives me a curious look and I feel like I'm making a fool of myself as the cat gets up and starts to leave. Cat's bored with me already. Before it gets very far, it turns to face me and thinking fast, I snap a quick shot of it. Hardly ideal, but it'll do. I'm sorry. That cat looks like kiss my ass picture. Didn't turn out too great, but I'd bet Ro'd like it anyway. That looks like, it's like there's nothing there. It's like a ghosty cat because there's nothing in that picture. Once sent, it doesn't take long for her to reply. Pretty rough looking cat, a stray? I think so. It seems that way as far as I can tell. Did you get a closer look at it than in the photo? Could you see any wounds or such? I did get a better view, yeah, and it looked fine to me, just scruffy. Good. Bet it's a stray. Be careful, they can have a nasty temper. Give it space and you should be fine. That seems like a fairly good idea. Thanks. Got to hurry up to catch work on time. See you. Okay, anytime. Any other traces? Oh, look at that. I love the cat clock. I'm not a big fan of cats. I mean, I like them. I've had them in the past. But work went by as usual, and it was over in no time. Dawn is lurking around the corner as I'm heading for the bakery. Oh, yummy, delicious food. All the little shops are closed, but the bakers are already at their battle stations churning out their goods for the breakfast rush and the coming day. Oh yeah, I love bakeries. Thanks to having friends in high places, also known as the owner, I'm allowed to sneak in through the back door and get my grubby hands on some bread early. Oh, I love the smell of baking bread. Oh, that is just the best. Roselle said she didn't want any, but I'll get her some just in case she changes her mind. Besides, you can never have too much bread. Oh, I totally agree with that statement. Look at this fat chubby cat. As I leave the bakery with my precious baked goodness, I notice a cardboard box next to the door, which apparently is the residence of a charmingly fat cat sleeping inside. That cat is so fat. Clearly it's being cared for to some extent, as the floor is draped with a cozy-looking blanket and somebody's made it a little roof to keep the rain out. Oh, look how cute. That's the cat's house, I guess. I guess it jumps up there and hope the lid doesn't drop down on it. Okay. Is it a new tenant on the street, or am I selectively blind and it's always been here? As fat as that cat's been, it's been there for a while. I can't recall. Looking around, the nearby area is strangely littered with glass jars too. Okay, well. Inspired by the success of the earlier cat encounter, I decided to add to win further glory by attaining a second triumphant moment, one to make Roselle the cat whisperer proud. I dropped my bag and crouched down next to the sleeping cat, or what I thought was a sleeping cat. It opens its eyes and looks down at me lazily. Look at how that cat is just so fat. That is too funny. Pet head or wait? Let's pet the head. Those chubby cheeks appear to be destined for cuddling. Testing the waters, I tentatively reach out my hand, but meet no resistance. I caress its head and it peacefully closes its eyes. What does this say? This over here says cafe baguette, something baguettes. I can't read that real well. I like the colors in this. Like all these posters and everything. Okay. I caress its head and it peacefully closes its eyes. I already read that. It looks like a smile, appearing content. Look at this happy kitten. Happy, fat, chubby kitten. Soft purr follows and an outstretched paw closes and opens gently. Pet paw, scratch chin. Pet paw. Scratch the chin. When I unwittingly touch the cat's chin, it presses its head against my hand. I remove my hand and look at it quizzically. The cat looks back at me with steady hands, with that oddly satisfied face of a person who knows they'll get what they want. Difference being, this is a cat. Hesitantly, I reach back under the chin and yet again it pushes against my hand. Finally, catching on to this advanced form of communication, I give it a good scratch and see the grin-like face with an excessively happy cat. Happy fat cat. The rumbling purring could probably be heard all over town. All the while, the cat bobs along my movements. After a while, I grow tired of the whole affair and stop. There's cuddling, and then there's spending a whole day standing in the back alley. The cat jumps down to stroke its body against my knees, persistently asking for more cuddles. I can feel the tiredness lurking and the mental image of my bed calling me home, but instead, I would appear to have been confiscated by this cat. Every time I make an effort to get going, it gets in the way of my feet, causing me to nearly trip over in order to avoid stepping on the cheeky booger. While Ro's not here, she could still have a good laugh at my expense if I could nab that picture. The conundrum remains, however, how to get enough space to do the nabbing of the said picture. Try the selfie camera, stand up, push the cat away. I thought he was standing up. Okay, let's try the selfie camera. Maybe I don't need to create a distance. I fumble with my pocket as I continue petting the cat with my other hand. In the position I'm sitting, it's difficult to get it out of my pocket and a struggle for a moment. I prevail against these insurmountable odds, place the camera in front of us and snap a bunch of photos, hoping that at least one wouldn't be a blurry mess of disaster. I go through them quickly, and there's one close-up, a picture of the cat's face that didn't end up looking like a photo was taken from inside a tumble dryer. It will have to make do. A few more cuddles later, I manage to extricate myself from the situation and start off in the direction of home. Okay, that is a cute fat cat. While perhaps not the best interaction on my part, this picture turned out kind of great. Wow. How did you manage to take this one? After many trials and tribulations, I managed to nab it in the end, and that and approximately 42,372 others that turned out rubbish, and that's besides the point. Huh, I bet. Did you get along well? Kind of. Not bad, not great, I don't think. I was thinking of trying to feed it. That could work. Just don't give it raw fish or something, that could make it sick. Don't worry, I won't. I want to go home and go to bed. I've been up all night working. What a day. Keychain rattling in my hand, I unlock the door, shutting it behind me. Dumping the bag on the floor by the wall and trudging on over to the kitchen for a bite to eat before bed. I trundle past Ro's door. Shut as always. Just a faint blue light leaking through the door frame. She must be on the laptop again. Finally arriving at the counter, I have myself a few pieces of fresh loaf before dragging myself into the living room and to the TV. Flopping onto the couch, I watch whatever happens to be on, lazily munching away. There's a documentary on about life on the African savannah. It'd be just her thing. After a few minutes of deliberation, I get up, going over to Ro's room, and gently knock on her door. Hey Ro, you up? Yeah, Meayumi, what is it? Ask her to come watch TV? Just checking. Oh, let's ask her. Can I come in? Sure. Why don't you come out and hang out with me? There's a wildlife special on. There's lions and everything, just like we always used to catch. There's a few moments of silence. I'd rather not. I want to be alone. Knowing when not to overstay my welcome, I wish her good night before gently closing the door and heading back to the couch. Go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. Hey everybody, that's it for part 1. I hope you're enjoying this. Take care, have fun, and be safe out there.